Well, today we're going to talk about Edgar Cayce and the New World Order, and I know there's going to be a little Wikipedia thing showing up about what that is, why we as humans have put a completely different meaning on it that was never intended to be what it's interpreted to be, which has gone to the negative. Shocker that humans are always placing paranoia, conspiracy on all these things, and we are done with that. Are you done with that? I'm going to talk about Edgar Cayce's prediction for the future that, of course, he never named years. Somebody got upset with me about this, but the truth is we don't need years. We know we're going into what he described right now, all right? One thing that predictors cannot do is know the exact time. No one, including the Father, shall know the exact time, right? Why? Because we're actually creating it every moment. It's a moving target. So it's not anything in stone. But I want to share with you what's happening that is actually happening now. It's the event happening now. You can participate in it, absolutely can participate. I'm going to explain how that works from Edgar Cayce's words. Let's go. Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube, here to help you break through fears and live an amazing life. I've been looking at the algorithms going on at YouTube, and I didn't realize just how much I've really accomplished when I looked at the statistics of what other people are doing. The percentage of people that get the massive views, it's this big. Yeah, they got whole teams of people, they promote themselves. I'm feeling pretty good about what I'm doing. I'm not going to stop. What does that mean? I have a message for you, and it's an important one. Everything is illusion. Everything. It has to be. It has to be. If it weren't illusion, then this was what we would be forever. But we are eternal, which means if this body dissolves, which we know it will, then what am I? If I am forever and energy cannot be created or destroyed, I must be something different than this. What is this? Then this must be an illusion. How does it get created? We're going to talk about that today. I hope that you will subscribe. I don't know where it is. I hope you'll subscribe and share my videos. I am never going to stop telling you that everything is absolutely beautiful and perfect, meaningful, and that there's something to be gained from absolutely everything, and that any challenges we experience are ours, that we have created. And the world that we're looking at is a product of the creation of humans' mentality up to this point. Let's not stay there. Unless you like this, if you're into it, you love the conspiracies, you love the right and the wrong, the taking the sides. It's a low frequency, and we're going to talk about that today because there is another thing going on that is actually the essence of you that you can tap into right now as a human being. Those of you, we're creating a new world. Those of you who are entrepreneurs, do you want to create a new world? Do you want to do something super meaningful in your life? Is it time to do that? You could actually earn money doing it. Imagine earning money, good money, helping people, helping yourself, changing your life and your health, and having money that you could spend in positive ways. Because I know you're not buying gold faucets, right? Let's take control and empower ourselves in a material world, but let's tap into that power that we're going to talk about right now. It's about the New World Order. So if you're interested, entrepreneurs, digitalexplorers.net is changing lives. I've been in business for over a year now, and it's working, and it is absolutely how we're going to do business from here on out. Those of us who care about our planet, we don't do anything that would harm the planet or others. It is a beautiful place to be. We should have been functioning this way. Now, let's talk about that. Edgar Cayce actually does use the phrase New World Order. Now, I wanted you guys, to those of you who are Edgar Cayce fans, I actually did go to the official site, ARE site, and got quotes, all right, and read what they, information that they gave about these things. The New World Order is a new world in an order that's based on spirituality. That's all it means. It's not anybody who's in some kind of power taking over. It's an order of the new world, places spirituality and consciousness first, because we're in an unconscious state. We have been. The Christ consciousness. Will Christ come again? Yes, yes. But it is not an event or a person. It is a movement. All right? It is not one specific event where Christ comes down. That is 3D thinking. Now, some of you get very upset because you've been told this. Like, what, did you make that up yourself? No, somebody told you that. And it's religious based. Those are the interpretations of, I think of us as cavemen. You know, you've got this information and you interpret your world where you are. Well, we're past that now. And now we realize we are expansive creators. And so the Christ consciousness is a movement of the consciousness that Christ taught us, and that is, these things you shall do and more. Ye are all gods. That's the movement of going into the intelligence that is in all things, that is all one, that is source, is all things. There is no inanimate object. And we go, oh, let's blow this up, and oh, it's alive, it's intelligent, everything is, every molecule, every neutron, neuron, cloud, you name it, it has to be intelligent to exist. All right? And the power that creates the image of it is the source. The rest is the illusion, but still source. It is the expression of source. All right? That's me. All faiths. This is all faiths. The second coming is a personal experience. It's a personal experience. What does that mean? So everyone in the human unconsciousness thinks that this is what it is. Oh, no, this is how it is. Oh, no, this is who God is. No, basement thinking. All things are possible and all beliefs are true and all experiences exist. So it's a personal experience. Now, you've heard of people that go into near-death experiences. They go over there, and this person sees Christ, and this person sees Allah, or whatever. You take your beliefs with you. They don't end here, and then now I'm an angel, and I have all the answers. You are constantly evolving and transitioning into other forms, and the beliefs that you have, you bring with you. All right? And it continues on and on. So, what do we do with all of this? You make an individual choice because you aren't an individual, but you get to experience what it's like to be an individual, and it contributes to the collective. So if we all had the same experience, why would we come here? We want to be diverse. We want to experience both the darkness and the light. But now we're going into consciousness, and consciousness would never harm another. It values the other, places the other first because it knows what it is, the ultimate source of all things. So it knows whatever it does, it's doing to itself. So if you are thinking anything badly or judging anybody else, you're doing it to yourself. This is an individual experience. So we're going into a new era. What is it for you? What do you want it to be? And so if you want it to be something and you're still hanging on to certain beliefs, you have to let them go. You can't get up the stairs to the penthouse. You can't get up there if you're here, and you can't bring something down to you that doesn't resonate on that frequency. You have to go up to it. That's just how it works. All faiths, and all it requires is to let go. And I said to somebody, I say let go instead of surrender. Some people just don't like the word surrender. I love the word surrender. Surrender means my ego is okay with it because I know what I'm surrendering to is the higher power. So it is required that you completely release the ego, the control, this is how things are, the separation, the blame, the anger, and you go into total compassion and understanding that is me. I am that. I am. This is the new consciousness. This is the disclosure. All answers lie there, not in a human being or a congressional meeting or anything else. And, you guys listening to these whistleblowers, I don't believe them for a minute, except for Jake Barber, who is a first-hand experiencer, and going into that space of love and meditation and connecting to that power and saying, we're done with everybody else. I don't need to argue. We have to end the argument. Why are we in opposition of one another? Okay, so this is an experience for you to embrace or reject. All right, not everybody's going to go. It is a metaphor for global awakening. The Christ consciousness, the second coming, is a metaphor for global consciousness. Nobody gets left behind. It's an individual choice. So when you say, well, my husband, he doesn't meditate, he doesn't care, you don't know where he is. He may be more pure in his thinking than you, because you're already separating yourself from him, that somehow you're in a better place. And that may not be true. He might be functioning here on earth just as a human, doesn't feel he's required to go into meditation. We cannot know another person's journey, so you have to let that go also. You can't separate yourself from somebody else who's not awakened, because then you are in separation in 3D. Okay? You're still functioning like a human being that thinks that way. This is the New World Order of peace and enlightenment. It is one where everything that you do, think, believe, all your actions place the well-being of the whole, of others first, because that is you, and you will never lack for anything. And everything that you do that seems like a sacrifice comes back to you on the highest frequency 100 times. But you don't do it for that. You do it because you know it's the right thing. And there's no such thing as sacrifice, because you have everything you need or want. And in the physical world, these are the tests. They'll make you believe that there are limitations, there are endings, there's sadness, there's fear, there's, pain. And so we get to experience that. It is illusion. We're going to talk more about illusion. Breaking through fear means that we have fear here. None of this goes away. If we were all perfect automatons, there'd be no reason to come here. If we all had the exact same ending, why would we go through the motions here? It is the diversity of the experiences that we came to not conquer but overcome, and to know it. But now it's time for us to go into that space, and not everyone will go into it. Some will stay in the lower frequencies and continue on their journey in other teachings. And yeah, are you doing your best? That's all it boils down to. Am I making the highest, best decision, or am I hoarding? Am I keeping this for himself? Do you remember when your mom had you, here's a piece of pie, and my brother Doug, cut the pie. Somebody cuts and somebody chooses. Oh, okay. I would always make Doug, cut the pie. All right, you get it perfectly because you wanted to make sure you got your share, and the other one got to choose. And guess which they would choose? If there was one bigger, they would take the bigger one. That's just who we are. And that's ending. In this new world, you know that you're never lacking for anything. You would probably give the whole piece of pie to that person. And then up the road, they bake a whole pie, and they give you a whole pie as thanks for you giving them that piece. That's how it works. What do you want to do when somebody does something really nice for you? You automatically, well, maybe not all of you, I want to give back, and I want to give even more. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. And then who are you thinking of? You think of the person that gave freely to you, expecting nothing. That's the world we're going to go into, only if you participate. It is for everyone. There's no past or mistakes you've ever made that are being punished. Karma is now. Karma is no matter what you've done, it's who you are at this moment. And if you know that that was something that you don't feel good about, or you could have changed, what did you learn from it? That's all you need to focus on, and quit beating yourself up for stuff. I've done bad things, some of you have written, I've done bad things. Get in line, We are all babies. It's what you're doing now. How am I going to use it? Can I use these teachings to help somebody else and say, I did this, or I was doing in that situation, or I didn't forgive and I regret that. Don't let that be you. It is progressive teaching the next and the next and the next how to raise that frequency, learning from it, using it. Let it go. You're beautiful. You're perfect. It's an illusion, an experience. Use it and continue to be your absolute best. We're going to talk more. Edgar Cayce, point blank, it's a movement. And the New World Order is something beautiful, not something to be feared. And if you allow these labels and symbols and phrases to be taken down to a lower level, then you are actually contributing toward it. You can take any word and transform it into something beautiful. It's up to you. All right, so hey, digital explorers, come on over and let's create an online business. You don't have to know what it is. We actually spend time finding out what it is. And then we build many revenue streams around it. We create a business around it. But the whole business is based on something you love, you feel good about, you're excited. And no, life isn't easy and you will be challenged. But what will you be contributing? If you want to, if you're entrepreneurial, come on over and check it out. I don't take everybody, but I have free webinars. You can see how it works. And if you want to join us, I'll be here to guide you every step of the way because you're whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.